So deleting multiple records, you need a CSV file with the IDs only.
Okay.
You need a CSV file with IDs. Now what is an ID? Salesforce generates an ID for each record that's created in Salesforce, right? So for every record that's created in Salesforce, there is a unique ID which is generated, and Salesforce
Mm.
uses that ID as the unique identifier for that particular record,
Mm.
right? As simple as that. So every record which gets created has an ID. Got it?
Mm.
So last time we did
Yes.
an insert operation. So let me just go back and open that insert file, import. Let me open that import file that we created.
Okay.
So when you perform an import operation or an insert operation, you will see that apart from the fields that you have inserted, so these are the
Mm.
fields that we inserted, and we got one more field called ID. ID is what we did not supply, but Salesforce automatically generates the ID and it gives you these IDs. Alright, so these are the records which have got created, and these are the IDs for those records. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, let's say if I want to delete all these records. So all that I need is I need to create a new CSV file, take down all these IDs into the CSV file. For deleting, it's pretty simple. You just have to take down the IDs into the CSV file and save it. Okay. So whenever you're
Okay.
planning to do a bulk delete, you just need to have one column in the CSV file that should be IDs. Take
Mm.
it and do a save as, save it in comma delimited format,
Mm.
delete the records,
Mm.
save. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, all right. So now all that you have to do is go to your data loader, log in into data loader, take this file and perform a delete. Now all the records with these IDs are going to get deleted. To log in into data loader, let me open data loader first.
Mm.
We put the login ID and password.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, this time I want to perform a delete operation, so select delete.
Okay.
Username is already there, password I will put here.
Mm.
And I click on login.
Okay. Password, but the security token is not
And
required.
yes, security token is required. That's the reason why it is throwing error.
Yeah.
So you need to supply the security token along with the password.
Yeah. Okay, every time we have to remember the security token as well.
Not remember, you can just keep the security token along with you.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe in a
Good.
notepad or somewhere, save it and keep it so that you can
Yeah.
use it every time. So then you log in into your data loader, go to next, and then it's just a matter of selecting the object that you want to delete, browse the file that you have created, delete record, open. That's what I named the file, right? Delete records, yes. Delete
Yeah.
record file, browse it, go to
Mm.
next,
installing Salesforce.
Click on OK. Okay, here
949.
you just have to map one field,
Oh,
only the ID field. That's the only field that we have here. Map it, click on OK, go to next, and finish it.
okay, same process like insert.
Yes, same process like insert, but here
Hmm.
the records will get deleted.
Yeah.
So do you want to proceed? Yes. Yes. 0 records were deleted and 49 had errors.
Oh, okay.
Why errors? Maybe the IDs were not matching. Maybe the IDs that we have taken.
Okay.
These records are already deleted. These records are
Okay.
not there in the system.
Yeah.
Okay, so those IDs were not available. Correct. So
Okay, means we have already inserted ID and this ID is not matched. That's the like the
these
same.
IDs are not there in that particular system. So
Okay.
if you have to open a record from a certain ID, all that you have to do is you just have to go to the record, go
Okay.
to the salesforce.com / and paste the ID. You will get to see if there is a record existing for that ID or not. No, this record was already deleted.
Salesforce.com/ID.
One minute.
Recycle bin. Wow. Undelete means undo.
Yeah, undelete means something which has got deleted, you want to restore it.
Okay.
Alright, so this delete operation has happened. Okay,
Okay.
now let me try the same delete operation.
Okay.
Now it should work.
L-
Now it should work.
let's check in an account. Maybe there may delete, but
No, now it will work because those
okay.
records were already deleted.
Oh. What's possible?
I mean, go to next, map the fields, go to OK, next, finish. Yes.
Hmm.
See, 49 successful
Yeah.
deletes and 0 errors,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So all the
Yes.
records have now been deleted. Alright.
Okay.
Now what happens
Yeah.
when a delete operation happens? When you delete something.
Hmm.
When you delete something, it goes into record moves to recycle bin.
Hmm.
Okay. So when you
Yes.
delete the data, the record moves into your recycle bin. It's not
Hmm.
permanently deleted, it just moves to the recycle bin. Alright.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
then you have the option of undeleting the record or restoring the record from the recycle bin. So all that you have to do is you just have to go to the recycle bin and
Hmm.
undelete.
Yeah.
So where is the recycle bin? It's in the home page. There's this option
Yeah.
called recycle bin.
Yeah.
Under recycle bin you will see all the records which were deleted, right?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can just select the ones that you want to undelete and you just need to say undelete. That's it.
Okay. Okay. No attempt. No record display.
All right.
Okay.
So now again the records have been restored.
Yes.
Correct. So that is the delete
Hmm.
operation. Now
Hmm.
bulk update. If we have to do a bulk update, how do we do that? Bulk update means if I have to update multiple records,
Yes.
whatever value
Hmm.
I've given, if I just have to go ahead and update the multiple records based on some
Hmm.
criteria.
Hmm.
How will I do that? So bulk update will happen. For example, okay, so this is my data that I inserted. In the country, I have written USA. Okay, instead of USA,
Yeah.
I want to make it United States for all the records. Okay,
Okay.
so again, there's something which I'm not going to do manually. So all that you
Yeah.
need to do is you just have to create a
Change the
new
date.
file.
Okay.
You need to have the IDs of the records which need to be updated and the field
Mm.
that needs to be updated. You don't need all the
Yes.
fields, you just need, because here there is an update operation which is going to happen. So you need the
Mm.
ID and the field that needs to be updated and what value you want to update it to.
Mm.
United States. That's it,
Okay. And they have saved in the CSV file.
right?
Yes.
We have the ID and we have the data
Country.
that needs to be updated. That's it.
Mm.
In case of
Mm.
update, you just need this. Go to file, save
Save
as,
as.
and then just save it. Let's
Save as.
update records. Then it has to be CSV format.
Mm.
Save. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Fine.
Mm.
And then all that you have to do is go to the data loader. This time perform an update operation. Click on
Okay.
update, account, browse. There is update record file. Yes. Go to next. 49 records will be updated
Mm.
and create or
Create.
relate a map
ID.
and then match the fields ID field.
यहाँ पे ऑप्शन है आप सर्च करने का, यहाँ पे आपको ये डाउन डाउन करना ही होता है मतलब.
No, you can just click on one of those and you can type the character. Like if you're searching for
Okay.
name, press N and will
Okay.
if you press P thing will come. So
Okay.
that makes things easier. So
Okay.
I'm searching for billing country. Yes. There it is. Okay.
Hmm.
So the fields are mapped. ID I have to
Yes.
map and I have to map the field that needs to be updated. That's it.
Yeah.
Go to next. Finish. Are you sure you
Hmm.
want to proceed? Yes. So 49 records got updated. The country got
Okay.
updated to United States.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
that's how simple it is. So apart
Okay.
from insert, for delete and update, it's basically the ID which is playing the role here.
Okay.
Fine, the ID that we have got, that ID is actually playing the role. So that
Hmm.
acts as a record identifier for the record and you just need to supply the ID. And using the
Hmm.
ID, you can specify which record you want to delete or update.
Hmm.
Alright.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. So that's the other thing. That's basically about the bulk update part.
Yes.
Bulk delete we have seen.
Hmm.
Now the next operation that we are going to look into is an export.
Okay.
What is an export? Export is
Export.
basically taking the data out of the Salesforce. Okay, so
सिस्टम में से अगर बाहर लाना है.
right. Yeah. So if the data
Hmm.
is already in Salesforce and you just want to take a backup of the data, then you can
Hmm.
do an export.
Okay.
Correct. So
Hmm.
export will help you take the data out of Salesforce.
Yes.
That's what an export is.
Hmm.
So how does the export thing work?
Hmm.
You just have to go to the export,
Okay.
go to account,
Hmm.
choose a location where you want to save the exported file,
Hmm. Okay.
go to next.
रिप्लेस और नेम नाम चेंज कर दीजिए.
export, let's say today is 8 October.
Yeah.
Go to next. Now, which all
Okay.
fields you want to export, that is something that you have to select. So you want to
Okay.
export the ID, and if
Um,
you want to export uh, the name, if you want to export type,
okay.
country, city.
Okay.
So what all fields you need, you can just select or choose those fields.
Yeah.
In case you want to put some criteria here, that you can put. Okay, if you
Okay.
want to just export
Yes.
the data with some condition, you can put that
Mm.
condition here. Let's say I just want
Mm.
to pick out data where the billing country equals United States.
Mm.
So that sort of condition can be put here. Add this condition. All right, so once you're done with this thing,
Means
you can just click
uh,
on finish. it
one
will
second.
ex-
Okay.
it will export all the data where the
Okay.
country is United States. Click on finish.
Okay.
You have chosen to perform an export. Click yes to
Yeah.
begin. Yes. Now 49 records get exported.
Okay.
So these
Name.
are the
Okay.
records.
Okay. What you done in a billing country, United States means everywhere United States is written like that.
All the records where the country is United States, those records will get exported.
Okay. Only those record. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
Correct.
Yes. And this file also converted a CSV file.
This is also a CSV file.
Okay.
That extract file that you got,
Hmm.
that has to be the CSV file.
Hmm.
So if you go here, where did I save it? I saved it in the so this is the file. See, this is also in
Um,
CSV format, right? So
okay.
Salesforce
Okay.
takes
Oh.
CSV, it gives CSV.
Okay.
All right.
Then is we can we convert into the Excel file or
Yeah, yeah,
not?
CSV can be converted into
Okay.
Excel easily. That should not
Okay.
be a
Same
problem.
type like save as and like okay.
The way you say change the save as type. So for a CSV
Okay.
file, if you just change the save as type and make it Excel,
XML data.
not
Okay.
XML,
Excel.
Excel. Excel
Oh,
and
sorry.
format.
Excel.
All right. So that's
Yes.
basically
Yes.
about our insert, update, import, export, delete.
Export.
This thing.
Yes.
Apart from this, there is one more operation which is called upsert.
Okay.
Okay. There's
Uh,
one more option which is called upsert. What is an upsert? Upsert is basically a uh, update plus insert.
okay.
Okay. So sometimes it
Hmm.
happens that if you are not sure
Hmm.
that the records that you are trying to insert into the system, if they exist
Hmm.
in the system or not. Let's say
Okay.
every time you are trying to insert some data, every week you are getting 10,000 records from some company and you are inserting the data, right?
Hmm.
Now
Hmm.
you are not sure that your update is working there, or those records are
Correctly.
already in the system or not, currently in the system they
Okay.
are there or not, right? In
Okay.
that case
Yeah.
you perform an upsert operation. So let's
Hmm.
say, let me do the upsert operation with the same insert file. You go to upsert account,
Hmm.
browse, hmm,
Import file.
This is 22nd September. That should have been of October.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Mm.
Go to next.
Mm.
49 records. Okay.
Mm.
Let me create a file.
Okay. New create. Okay.
This time I'm going to create a small file with, let's say, 20
Yeah.
records.
Yes.
Okay, out of 20 records, some records I will not supply the ID for.
Mm.
I will remove the ID for some records, and some records the ID is there. Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
just save this file. File save
Mm.
as Upsert file
File.
and be saved in CSV format.
Mm.
Now, if I try to perform this upsert operation here
Mm.
for these records, okay, so upsert is what? Update plus insert. In
Update
case
plus
it
insert.
finds the record in the system, it will update that record.
Okay.
In case there is any update needs to be done. If it does not find the record, it will insert the record.
Okay.
So browse upsert file,
Mm.
go to next. It has 19 records. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So here you have to see that
Yeah. Mm.
which field you want to check the duplicate. So I'm saying it
Okay.
should check if the record already exists or not. But
Mm.
based on which field it will understand whether the record exists or not. So
Okay.
this time, because I do not have an external ID, it will check based on the ID. ID is the by default unique identifier of the record. So
Okay.
using the ID, it will understand whether that record is already there in the system or not. So
Mm.
just go to next, create or
Create.
edit your map,
Mm.
auto match the fields, billing
Oh.
city, billing country, billing state or province, street, zip. That's it, huh?
Mm.
Click on OK,
Yes.
go to next.
Next. Okay.
There's all data there. Click on finish.
Finish. Okay.
Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes.
Loading. Upsert.
19 successful upserts.
Mm.
See,
Yeah.
the ones
We see.
I basically deleted the ID of some of the records, right? So those records it
Yes.
could not find because ID was not there.
Okay.
So there was no match.
Uh,
So those items got created. And the ones for them which
okay.
it found the ID, it updated those records. Got it? So the first 10 records ID I supplied, it could find the IDs. So it just updated those records. If there was any value which needed to be updated, it has updated. The ones
Okay.
where
Okay.
the ones which were not existing, those got created.
Means,
Got it?
but it's created. It's become double. No, because
Right. It has become
we,
double because it was
we have
checking duplicate
already.
based on the
Uh,
ID.
yeah.
Got it? So
Yes.
yes. So ideally, when you're performing an upsert operation, you should be doing an upsert based on maybe the website or name of the account, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
So once
Okay.
we are actually, once we start talking about data model, that's where we will learn how to make external IDs. So external ID can be used for validating this criteria, which is a
So in
duplicate
the
record and all.
in a Salesforce, is there any option that we can
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out the duplication data?
You can. So for that, some other field needs to be made as an external ID. Right now, there is
Okay.
only one ID field, right? So you can
Okay.
check based on some other field, but for that you'll have to make that as an external ID field. Okay.
Okay.
So that's something which we'll do in our later sessions. So that can
Yes.
also be done. So right
Okay.
now ID was the only field which was the identifier. So it has got based on the ID.
Okay.
Clear with the upsert operation?
Yes, it's clear. Yeah.
Fine. Now, whatever
Yeah.
operations we have done here from the data loader, the same
Hmm.
options more or less are available under this setup data management also.
Okay.
Okay.
Setup data management.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like data import, delete, data export, okay,
Okay.
mass delete
Okay.
records. These options are there, but
Okay.
the problem with these these options is that you know they are a little not that fast as data loader. So in data loader, if you have to
Okay.
perform some operation, that's a lot faster.
Okay. Because
And
it's all another software we have done installed. That's why
yeah, because
maybe.
we are using another software, and it's a lot more faster as compared to what we do from here.
Okay.
So that ways, data loader is
Hmm.
a lot more faster, but everyone does not have access to data loader.
Okay.
Okay.
Normally in company they are using data loader or what?
I mean, companies use data loader. I mean, there is no problem for a company to use data loader because
Okay.
data loader is available free of cost. So any company can use it. But
Okay.
if you have, people who are not that, who do not have that much of expertise in Salesforce, then in that
Hmm.
case, you should be,
Use
asking them to
data.
do things from here instead of using data loader, because data
Okay.
loader is very fast and that can very quickly insert records, very quickly do the exports. So if you're not very
Yes.
sure that if the person who's actually handling it is
Hmm.
pretty confident, then you just go ahead and ask him to use these options.
Okay.
Like if your sales guy wants to insert some data into his system for
Hmm.
calling, then he should ideally use this import option, import lead or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So we might not, because he'll not even understand how the data loader works, and we don't want him to use data loader, right? So
Okay.
data
Hmm.
loader is usually not given to everyone. Okay, that's one thing,
Hmm.
because it can get
Okay.
a bit risky for the company also. See, did you
Okay.
notice export option? How quickly you can get the export?
Yeah,
So
it's very
someone who,
immediately. Yeah, it's
yeah,
very
so someone
fast.
who has access to data loader can quickly extract the data out of your system also. So for that reason,
Yes.
security reasons, data loader is not always used. These options are used.
Okay. Okay.
But since we are actually getting trained as admin or developer, most of the times
Hmm.
we will be using our data loader for performing these operations,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
your activity for today is going to be go back and try to perform all these operations we have learned: insert, export, update, delete, upsert. Perform all these
Okay.
operations, right? Try to create
Hmm.
a small set of data, maybe 10, 12 records or 15 records of your own, whatever you
Okay.
want, and then
Okay.
try to perform all these operations one by one. All right. The more you do, you will
Okay.
be clear with it. And data loader is something which is very very simple.
Okay.
And if you are actually going to go for a certification exam on Salesforce.com, data loader will have 10% of the questions coming from data loader. I mean, that certification exam has 10% questions which come from data loader side or data management
Okay.
side, import, export, and all this stuff.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
an
Okay.
important topic, and it's very very simple. If you spend 1 hour or 2 hours
Okay.
working on
So,
this, I think you
so
guys
is
should
that
be okay. Through.
in the exam we have to asking for a procedure and all the things, or is on
No,
only
no,
whoever?
those are the objective questions where they will give you
Okay.
four options and they will say, okay, which one is correct. That's all.
Okay. 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 Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
that's good. And one more thing, just I want to ask,
Okay.
is Salesforce अगर मतलब हमको history मतलब